Today, we talk about Chapter 9.7, Part A and B, adding and or multiplying a common constant to each datum. So first, we go to Part A. Okay, so here you have the data, okay, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 7. Let's draw this data on the number line. So you have 1, 2, and 2 of them are 3, and 2 of them are 4, okay, and 1, 5, 1, 7. And here we can see the distribution of the data. So let's find the range IQR and SD of this 7 data. Okay, range 7 minus 2, which is 5. Okay, IQR, then you get this 2, Q3, Q1, so 5 minus 3, which is 2. And SD, from the calculator, we get 1.51. So how about if we add a common constant, okay, say if we add 3 to each data, then we get a new data set, right? The new data, which are 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, and 10. So let's draw this data on the number line. And we get 5, and 2, 6, 2, 7, 1, 8, and 1, 10. Actually, if you consider these two distribution, they actually look the same, but it just like shift to the right. Okay, from the first set, shift to the right, but all the distribution are the same. So in this situation, okay, we can just simply consider the measure of dispersion has not changed. But let's check it, okay, by finding the range, IQR and SD again for the new data. So range is 10 minus 5, so which is 5. IQR is, again, you get 8 and 6. So you get 2 for the IQR. And SD, from the calculator again, you get 1.51. So you may see that this data actually the same as this data. So we come to the conclusion. If we add a common constant to each datum, actually the range, the IQR, and the SD will not change. So they will remain unchanged. Okay? If we add the data. So here a remark for you. Actually, instead of positive number, you can also add a negative number. Okay, and it also works. Sure, you can also add 0, but add 0 is like unchanged, the data. So now we go to part B. Okay, how about if we multiply a common constant to each datum? Let's consider the same set. The data 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 7, okay, are here. So let me repeat, okay, the answer. The range we found before, okay, is 5. IQR is 2. Sorry. The SD is 1.51. Let's consider if we multiply 2 to each data this time. Then we get a new data. Is 4, 6, 6, 8, 8, 10, and 14. So let's try to draw the number on the number line. So if we now consider these two, you can actually observe that for the new set of data, the distance between the numbers are bigger than the previous one, right? So in this situation, you may just think that the measure of dispersion may be bigger. So let's check it by consider the range IQR and the SD. So for the new range is 14 minus 4, which is 10. For the IQR, we get 10 and 6. So 10 minus 6, which is 4. And the SD, from the calculator, actually you can find 5.02. So what you observe from this data, this one, you see for the new data, the range, the IQR, and the SD are also the double of the previous one, right? So actually it's relating to this one, multiplied by 2. So let's come to the conclusion. Here, if each datum of a dataset is multiplied by a positive constant k, then the new range will also be multiplied by k, and as same as the IQR and SD, okay, like the previous example. Okay, you may ask, okay, how about if we multiply a negative number? So let's say, how about if we multiply -3? Okay, so will the range IQR and SD becomes negative? So the answer is no, because you can take the range as an example. We use the maximum minus the minimum, right? So it is always a positive number. Then how about if we multiply -3? So the range, the new range, will actually equals to the original range multiplied by 3 instead of -3. So the same as the IQR and the SD, they will all multiply by 3. Get it? So let's go to the last question. How about if we do both, okay, on the same time? Like if we multiply 3 to each datum and then add 2 to each datum. So let's use the skill we just learned. Here we get 2, okay, operation. First, multiply 3 and add 2. So actually, if we multiply 3, then the range IQR and SD, they will multiply by 3, right? Then how about add 2? Add 2, if you remember, let's go back. If you add a constant, then it is unchanged, right? So actually, this add 2, it will not affect the new range and the same as the IQR and SD. So it only multiply by 3. Okay. Okay, I hope you get